Alright, so in our previous video, we created the left to right motion of this emote using a classic tween. We then created two blinking eyes using motion tween, and in this video, we are going to be creating a moving emoting mouth using shape tween. The first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we are on the layer that has the eyes and the background, and we're going to just create two new layers. Now I want them to be above the eyes, so one layer is going to be mouth and the other layer is going to be lips. And again, you'll just notice that they're already expanded out to that 2-second mark. So right now, again, we don't have any content. The circle is clear versus this one, which is filled. What we're going to do is we're going to go to mouth. We are going to come up to our tool. I'm going to select an oval because I prefer that shape. Then I'm going to come over here and I am going to select a red color. And I am just going to create an oval. I'm going to just move this to where I want it. And then I'm going to come to the lips and I am going to create another thinner oval of the same color. And I am just going to move that up. Now, you might be wondering if you need to make this a symbol. The answer is no. A shape tween will actually work better if the item is not a symbol. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm just going to smush it a little bit because I didn't like how white it was. I'm actually going to come over and do that to this as well, just because it's a little bit bigger than what I wanted. Perfect. All right, so you might be going, that doesn't look like a mouth. What the heck is that? Don't worry, we're going to get there. The first thing I want to do is I want to create a end frame at the 60-second mark, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the lip layer and I'm going to right click. On here you're going to see where it says mask. I'm going to click mask, and now that looks a lot more like a mouth, doesn't it? What you're going to notice is that these layers automatically locked as soon as I made the mask. And so I can't work on them in the timeline, right? Like I can't move anything. Nothing is editable. But I can move things within this actual timeline. Like in the workspace, you can't do anything. In the timeline, I can still move things. So for instance, if I wanted to add something to my mask, I could drop it. So let's take this eyes. I'm going to move it into the mask. And, well, that's terrible, isn't it? Because now he doesn't have any eyes. Oh no, how am I going to get them back? Well, I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it back out. So even though everything is locked, you can still move things around. I can still add frame points and motions and edit the actual timeline. I just can't edit anything in the workspace. So I'm going to unlock this. And to me, this looks weird, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to hit show masking so that I can actually just see what I'm working with. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create our shape tween. I'm going to put mine between 20 seconds and I'm going to just hit F6 to create a keyframe. And I'm going to do it to 40 seconds. And I'm going to do F6 again. And what I'm going to do is every 5 seconds, I am going to make the shape of the mouth change. So between 20 and 25, I'm going to right click and make a shape tween. I'm going to come up here and using our free transform tool, we're going to make sure that we're on the 20-second mark where that keyframe was created. Make sure that this is not locked again. Oof. It keeps locking. Oh well, I guess I'm just gonna have to look at it. Okay, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the shape tween. So I'm just gonna move the mouth kind of small. Then I'm gonna come to 30 and I'm gonna hit F6 and we're gonna make another shape tween. I'm gonna go back to 25 and I'm going to just rotate the mouth and we're going to then go to 35. We're going to hit F6, make a shape tween, and go back to the 30 point, make sure, and just kind of widen this. And now between 35 and 40, we're going to make another shape tween. Make sure that we're back on the 35 mark. And we're going to make it like that. So, might look kind of weird right now, but if you hit the play button, you see that we have some movement. But you can't really see it that well right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Control, and we're going to hit Test. And now I have a blinking, emoting face. And this is how you create motion tween and the shape tween nested inside of an object. Now, if I go back to scene 1 and I say, I think it's too fast. I can't really see the animations very well. What I can do is I can click on this and drag it out. So let's drag it to 3 seconds so that the animation is now 3 seconds long instead of 2 seconds. If I go back to Control and Test, everything has been moved and adapted to fit the expansion, basically. And that's just because we kept everything lined up properly inside of each nested area. So that's it. You should now have the bouncing left to right ball and an emoted face to do this simple animation. Again, you can add the squish and squash either at the end or the beginning as you see fit. Personally, I don't really want my head to be squashed, but that's a whole other thing. Alright, well thank you for watching and I hope that this tutorial helps.